Greetings. This little short video will show you how to get to these things that I refer to as the key ratios in the assignment. I'm going to access my company here. My company is Genuine Parts, or GPC. When you pull this up, this is the screen that you come in on. And if we scroll down here, we'll see key ratios. We click on that and come down here to full key ratios data, and that brings us to this screen, and we can see a whole bunch of stuff here: the revenue trends, gross margin percentage, and some key things, earnings per share. Some of this we already have on the income statements. Dividend trends. Now I say key ratios, but if you want to, you can pick dividend trends. That's not really a ratio, but well, it's dividends per share, so I guess it could be a ratio, but it's an important number for a company that pays dividends. Now the payout ratio and book value per share and some of these others, before you use them, these are good things to use, but before you use them, do a little bit of research, maybe go into Investopedia to find out what these things mean, because you have to interpret them in your report if you use them, and kind of go from there. Now down here are some other things. It brings you in on profitability ratios with respect to vertical income statements. In other words, everything is a percent of gross revenue or net revenues, and so that's 100%. Cost of goods sold here is 70% of revenues. Gross margin is, well, not 29.93% of gross revenues and so forth. But you can get to some other things as well as you come down through here. But like I say, before you use anything, make sure you know what you're using, and then this is where you find them. And really, for these, like let's say you want to pick payout ratio. Now the payout ratio is what percent of earnings per share are paid out in dividends each year. So like here in 2009, 64% of earnings were paid out as dividends. If we go here to the latest year, let's get my line straight here. In 2018, 57% of earnings were paid out in the form of dividends to the owners. So this is an important percentage. A lot of shareholders look at this, like to see it kind of high, and or at least stable. Shareholders definitely don't like to see this go down, so that's how you could interpret that. And really all you have to do is copy and paste from here into your report. So there's really not a whole lot to do. If you want to export this into Excel, you can do that and just grab it that way. And then just copy and paste, erase the years you don't want, and just use the years you do want. So anyway, that's all you have to do to get to the key ratios, and I hope this helps.